Alright guys, back to another episode of Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, well, Gumshoe's been accused of murder. I think it's pretty obvious because, like, one, he's the only one that had access to the room and he saw no one else, so that's his own fault. But now the case is on its head to realize maybe one of our suspects isn't really suspected, but we'll have to see. Sir, what is to become the trial into the Codopian embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Huh, looks like you will have to just wait a bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think of the murder of Codopian embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus this all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. An outrageous circus, right, sir? I grow wary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come watching my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it. Maybe if you get older. Anyway, sir, for me, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for. I know that there already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he committed the crime. I would like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof, huh? Don't make me laugh, boy. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection.
Papa, who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I, we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then you'll allow us to continue? Continue? At all? In court, your top priority is to win. A solid investigation is one of the key things to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. Oh no. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it that I'm not disturbed. Save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa. Looks like we got ourselves investigating.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built upon the scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Huh. Just as you wish, then.
I couldn't let you get off the hook so easily. Now then, let's see how you fare on the investigation from here on, Miles.
I don't know, I don't have enough info yet. So my first order of business would be to question anyone involved with this case. Okay.
It's an incredibly detailed model, isn't it?
I heard that it costs as much to make that as cost to build a courthouse itself. What the fuck?
What's the point of making such an expensive model?
I felt the exact same way upon hearing it.
It's so hard to understand such foolishness. Who would create something so small while this courthouse takes less to build, too?
Agreed.
Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed.
I'm not exactly a fan of plastic models per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model.
I simply cannot comprehend how can a man feel such love for such a trifle.
Oh, I see.
You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest such as unproductive things.
Yes, perhaps I should take up whipping people like the young lady over there. You must have a satisfying hobby of yours. I can't stop the water, sir. It seems that the man that was here earlier broke it by drinking it from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretended not to see the foolish actions of a foolish fool.
Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mount is the thing that the officer should be covering. Let's give the officer a description of the water guzzler later.
She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds like to me that someone wanted a drink. I guess that officer will have to be unpaid, unfortunately.
Miles Edgeworth.
Yes.
What is the meaning of this bulletin board? Why are there so many few trials posted?
It would appear that the entire week is devoted to Mr. Rel's trial.
Is the crime rate really that low in this country? Or maybe... US crime rate doesn't get higher until like way later, so... Do the police lack the proper motivation to get out there and catch the criminals? You know what? That's true. US crime rate is pretty bad, so...
I'm afraid I can't comment on that, however. I can say I have my doubts about the younger detectives.
Sounds like to me they're handing a stricter hand. And I'll start my discipline regimen with that pathetic, filthy, coated detective.
I feel bad for the big guy, and yet I can't find no suitable reason to stop her. What's the matter, officer? I've been standing here forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it? No, it's a short way down the hall behind these doors, but I don't want to get blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. So I'm gonna hold it. You're gonna pee in your pants? Okay, that is disgusting. You are fired, sir. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all.
Fucking Gumshoe. How dare his influence spreads through his propaganda.
Sir, restricted authorized personnel only, sir.
If I'm not authorized personnel, then what, may I ask, do you think I am?
I'm the younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship? Yeah?
I'm not the younger one. He is. Now let's get that straight in your head.
I believe there is a more objectionable part you should be upset over, Franziska.
You're pretty short yourself. Sir, not the report, sir!
This guy is sleeping on the job. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job?
It looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this guy can have the fun waking nightmare of being awakened from his dream of being fired.
Actually, let's not. I actually kind of feel sorry for him now.
I love, I like improvising some stuff, which is pretty hilarious.
Miss you.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. And who are you? Oh, wait. You're there with the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred from not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karman. I'm about to become the successor to the family name. About to. I guess that means that for now. You're still just another kid. In which case, that's only natural I didn't know who you are. Can I whip this girl, Edgeworth?
Wait, hold on the phone. Why are you whipping me all of a sudden?
Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting.
I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you.
Look at you, eyebrows scrunching with your lines on your forehead. And that, to ask of you.
What exactly is so funny?
Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere.
Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school.
Yeah, feel much better now. So what does you want to talk about?
I'd like to inquire as to where were you at the time of the murder?
We were in the defendant's lobby, number 1, the whole time until we heard the gunshot. And by we mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. There's no way that these two rooms have like a movement connection.
You were with Detective Bad? Why?
We had a little something to discuss, that's all.
So I take it that your acquaintance was with Detective Bad.
Yeah, he was the detective charged in the KG8 incident.
Detective Bad is also related to that incident?
That's right, he was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles, Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. Why can't I get in on what you're talking about? I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim in this case, CCU, was my little sister.
I see.
You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him.
The way she talks about doing that as she laughs is kinda creepy. Again.
Well, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday, I like to say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up every one of the crime scenes.
I see. He did mention that he's in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail.
What the? We got 4 conversations. Jeez, okay.
You claimed at the time of the murder you were with Mr. Detective Bat.
Don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, but that's how I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening and he dragged Mr. Rell away. And after that, Mr. Bad came to lobby number 1 and just so stayed there and didn't talk.
And what did you talk with Mr. Bad about?
Psh, nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going and then I insulted him some more.
Bloody. When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults for no reason.
Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in the defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2.
I see. That's unfortunate then.
Macrel.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrel. Now your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct?
Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu, he just made that shit up.
He made it up?
Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the Kodopian embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him? Yeah, that's right.
I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
That's why defense lawyers are all so detestable. They are no match for us Von Karmas. Maybe I'll meet a defense lawyer that I'll properly hate against forever and ever. Foreshadowing Phoenix Wright. Huh? Did someone talk to me? Huh? Why did I just sneeze just now? But anyway. I don't believe it, you're serious. Why don't you save that face for something really worth something so being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? That I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright?
And for that, you are not a single qualm about defending a known killer?
But put words in my mouth, I just said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rowe was to be his lawyer. I have no intention of covering for him ever, so don't you dare suggest I was going to.
I'm sorry, forgive my rashness. Yatagarasu. So Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from the companies to defend him.
Requests from companies?
The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know? Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in business of stealing people's lives. You mean they could steal their hearts? Okay, never mind. You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Vis Von Karma? Damn Karma.
Franziska, be careful who you whip. And choose careful. Oh, we may be so like. Oh, god damn it. I should have knew this was coming after all.
There, I chose carefully, just like you would wanted.
What? Why? Why do I always get the whipping? It's not fair, you know.
Okay, that just now was hilarious, my little missy. Of course it was. I love torturing this little kid of mine.
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them so much delight? If only there was a guy in my childhood that could take that punishment for me, so I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. But anyway.
And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have yet to say I've never heard of this thief when I was in Germany. Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt behind backroom dealings like the companies. Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and make it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief.
Sounds like Miss Yu's profiting very nicely. I suppose I got all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now.
It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing.
And here we had thought it was a case where the two men had killed each other.
We're already lacking in information. As in Zavon Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation.
Indeed, it is as you say.
Gah! I can't believe we agreed on something. And can you please stop finger wagging at me? I might copy that in the future.
Just what is so revolting about agreed?
Anyway, our first move is to speak with everyone related to this case.
Indeed, even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway. Gawk! What the hell was that lash for?
She's angry. Do you think you can win this competition by simply showing that to me?
Not at all. In fact, I was just planning to thank you, by the way. I wouldn't be a prosecutor today without you and your father.
I didn't really do that much. You became a prosecutor first, that's all. But just so that you wait and see, Miles Edgeworth. Very soon I'll be a prosecutor too.
Good. Then we can both send criminals away together as colleagues.
But you can be sure that I will always get more convictions than you.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to insist that she'll always win. Well, almost.
This girl's so smug, I can't even believe it, man. Alright, Gumshoe, what do you have to say?
Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch! What was that for?
As am I.
I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I just kept saying it. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't. This is literally my first case. Why am I being accused here? Your words is as useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. But once the investigation is fully over, we should find out if you are really the killer. There will be no mercy to be had for you. I have a heart, pal. Please. I don't want to lose my salary. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you're really innocent, that is. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey pal, go and do your perfect investigation. Get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so if you had not requested me to do so, detective. Motive for the murder. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me for being on because of my first day as a detective. I reported at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really late. And that's when he gave me the whole huge speech, blah 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 and everything.
I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'll always wind up going to my old classroom.
How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere school child. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess.
I wonder if that's actually true. That's been bothering me. We need like an open time window.
However, when did you receive the order to do so, and who and from who? Early around 3:20 and from Detective Bad Pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like he was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ouch! You got a point. Your words sting worse than your whip, you pal. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh?
That's important.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope, not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Oh, wait, you can't do that!
There's nothing to be any particular value here.
Well, my handguns and battery were confiscated by Detective Bad, so you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Oh, hands off, pal!
Just show it to us already.
Oh, okay. Annual bonus check within $5. What? Except there is no check. He got a bonus check of $5? What the fuck, Gumshoe? That's your check? He gets a check of $5. Hey, Jared, do you feel bad for Gumshoe? He gets a bonus check of $5. Except there's no check. It's just a $5 bill. You had your luck. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me. Until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back.
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry. We'll throw it away for you later.
How could you? I'm getting poor by just talking to you.
Detective Annabelle literally had no money on him until he cashed this. I'm sorry, but I need to take him for questioning now.
I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait, since he had become a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I would like to ask you to wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with the Detective Gumshoe.
I understand, but please make it brief, sir.
I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm we are not his testimony about the crime occurred is the truth. This is very important. Bookshelf. What is this? Judges' Trials Exchange Log. Here's be a journal of how the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out bare in these pages.
There's nothing about the court in here. It's just page after page of unrelated drivel.
Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. And it would appear that the fried oysters are a favorite.
I have no use for such foolishly foolish words from a foolishly foolish crowd.
Someone please assure me that this is not the true state of the country's judiciary?
Alright, Gumshoe, we need to talk to you, bro. What? Let me talk to Gumshoe! Talk to Gumshoe! Can we not talk to Gumshoe? Okay, we gotta present shit.
You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that really correct? No mistake about it, pal. Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct? Yup, not even a single ant passed through that hallway. I was in duty. You do realize that the lie you're only telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh no! Oh, I guess not. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway. I didn't even hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine, sir. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobby is in order.
Alright then. Think we have to. Oh, what the fuck is the kid? It's the kid!
Oh, you!
Gah! Ah! God damn it! Oh, what the fuck? How could you have not noticed that coming?
Ah, you son of a girl. Wasn't that child that I changed money for earlier?
Okay, that's the girl we saw earlier.
Kids can sometimes be very cruel.
It looks like she dropped something.
Swiss roll? Chaos? Swiss roll.
Anyone? Ooh, courthouse special Swiss rolls. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
Sure. I believe some sort of punishment may we need to deal with the next time we meet. I believe I asked all I need of this man now for Detective Baden, the judge. We have to confirm who is correct. The judge of that scrub face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway for number 2 next, then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska?
That scrub's face movements during the recess are really suspicious.
Oh, I suppose you noticed it too, then.
Of course I did. The scrub is giving us a testimony that has nothing to be harmful to himself. Normally, criminals would tell the opposite type of lie and attempt to escape.
Yes, that is exactly the same point I'm having trouble understanding. It seems I need to expose what was really up to during the recess. And to do that, it should head to the hallway where he was supposedly standing guard.
That's the one thing that's troubling me. If he really was guarding the hallway, there has to be something else.
Courthouse special Swiss rolls. Is this being sold somewhere on the premises?
I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse.
I somehow doubt you find junk food like this on the restaurant menu, Franziska.
Well then, where did he sell these things, huh?
A convenience store, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth.
Where in the world does this come from?
I think I know where. I think we're just gonna have to like look for it. All right, let's go to the hallway.
It's the witnesses stand.
Oh wait, this is the court. I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty.
There are others besides the defendant that stand on the podium, you know.
I don't care, just make sure you never end up standing at one of these. Or you'll be sorry.
I'll keep that in mind.
Any day now, we'll take my rightful place behind this bench.
By that time, I should be already standing here.
It'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it?
That were to happen, Franziska, I'll eat my cravat. It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on this side of the courtroom if that incident hadn't happened.
What are you thinking about? Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking.
Well, I never. I'll have you know I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow.
Bro, you got wrinkles at when 19 years old, Edgeworth? Come on, man. Okay. It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit, where they come to watch. Don't call us riffraff. We're just crowd members.
It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that's to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides.
Miles Edgeworth, are you not are you not mad enough to stand to all those eyes?
What sort of course I'm mad enough.
This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top.
I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel.
You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth. I remember Phoenix Wright had that same dream.
You are guilty, Phoenix Wright, as the giant judge gavels his entire body. No! You have no idea how frightening it was.
Ooh. Oh, Franziska's kind of buggy right now. Okay. I think we're gonna have to go to the hallway, huh? September 10th, District Court Hallway.
So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. No, if you excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. Recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
And my name is Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma. With my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh ho. Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Oh yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright then, after all, it's my duty to clarify the testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your honor. Your honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out the detective's exact movements.
Begin investigation.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Oh, do you suspect me of something, sir? Oh, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Ahem. Very well, you may continue your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being the trial run by this judge. Let's see here. Oh, no then. How should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. Why the fuck are there ants there?
Ants.
When I was going to the restroom, the detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was just standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it.
He was standing in front of the vending machine?
However, and this I couldn't believe when I was about to exit the restroom. There was not a soul in the hall. Wait, what? Wait, Your Honor, if you could calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious, that's what my finally honed judge's intuition said. Although well until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Ho ho ho. Apparently this judge doesn't seem to understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably I'm gonna all find out from this, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry, I held you up. Thank you for cooperation, Your Honor. Oh ho ho! Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
I was gonna show him my badge, oh well. Different judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I did hear that you're handing down to very fair verdicts.
Okay. Is there any... I don't think I have any, like, lobby window number 2. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and other foods.
Just lovely. What will they think of next?
What the? These are expensive stuff. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. 1 packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral to the Swiss until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. Damn you, American inflation!
The lineup is simply awful, period.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll that little girl dropped is from this machine.
I was wondering about that myself. When you're in the hot water, you might need a hot dog. It looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne? What?
What a pathetic slogan, no presents at all. That if it was up to me, it would read, "If you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone's cart will be found guilty, dogs."
Objection!
Overruled. Well, I love the banter.
Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
Objection?
Miles, Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun?
Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
You mean a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of a fool who made it up by this foolish joke? You're acting so foolishly that I got thoroughly so mad, I'm now utterly famished.
If you wanted a pack of these.
Phew! Sneeze, sorry.
All you had to do was ask like a normal person. Don't let the prosecution and defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like directed at the ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. When it's looking bad, blind your opponent with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anyone following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the average sting of an orange juice may not be so bad after all.
$9 for orange juice? That's scam.
Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is this supposed to mean?
I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by the various defendants on trial right now.
No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here, from the various defendants.
Miles, Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious.
Of course not. Apparently, I made a pun that even the person who's recording this right now may hate it. I hate these damn puns!
Fuck these puns! They're just trying to torture me right now. Stay neutral to the Swiss till you do the end with these. The end of what?
I assume that means the end of the trial. I suppose that means the one should be eating these during the recess?
You can't eat during the trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after. Packs of 2.
We're in the middle of an investigation, and besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If we want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together.
If I have to split with you, then I don't want it. Okay. Oh, what fun banter that was from that fucking vending machine, though. It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Then I should check somewhere else. Did you find something, officer?
I'll take that for a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working in this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, there isn't seen to be a single person we could deem useful here. Have you found anything suspicious fingerprints, officer?
Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. I guess we'll know all the players in this case then, huh?
Wait, but I have a nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that we're missing here is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere.
He's making a most ridiculous looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime.
If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you already wasting your time examining it?
Franziska, let us not try to rush absolute genius.
Something is up right now. These vending machine prices are pretty huge. There are ants for some odd reason.
Detective Bad, I wish there's something to inquire about.
Hey, how about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire about Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in my way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold the investigative authority. So I hear you're the one who called for the Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was going to happen. My detective's instinct told me.
A lot of good it did you. You can even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Damn. Damn, he's angry.
Hold it! Franziska, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the only one that showed up. And the only one upon his return. Did you see Detective Gumshoe stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. And after he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have his word or two or something.
Something is wrong here. Something is definitely wrong here. She came out of lobby number 1, and those two arrived. There has to be something within lobby number 1 that we're not seeing.
And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt him. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see here. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once.
Oh, how can you make sure it's such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2 as just I suspected.
You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of info.
Maybe something happened at 2 ahead of time that we don't know about.
Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in the defend lobby number 1. That's when I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time has elapsed between the hearing and the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. 1 minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around the hall, and raced it into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies. That order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I am about to become a prosecutor very soon, you know. You will treat me like the dignity I deserve, or else.
Whoops. You have that wave that thing around anymore. I will get rid of it. And I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare.
Ha. Just joking.
Yeah.
Detective Bad is really something if you can make Franziska behave. Are we about done? Is there anything I should ask him about?
The place where he heard the gunshot.
I'd like to know a little about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Well, his testimony certainly corroborates with what Miss Yu said. Miles, you already asked him about that, remember? I suppose I should ask about something else. Ask him about the time. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense that he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? His testimony is gonna be vital. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste.
Hold it. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing.
I get the sense he's someone investigating this crime scene. Or rather, he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask for your cooperation with us just for a little bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
We'll find it. Be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles.
You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like.
Okay, then. We have an ant field. Why is the window open anyway?
So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom.
I can't see it.
At your height, I'm not surprised. I should have not said that anymore. I guess short people have feelings too, yes?
Yes, like how Ziox feels about his Zhao being called short. And everyone just makes fun of him for farming that stupid Vermilion domain. Okay, off topic, by the way. Anyway.
What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber.
Pink-colored trash? I feel like it's gonna be more than just trash.
I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Oh, I see it's a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that if there's litter running around loose in this courthouse, simply unforgivable.
But it's not like I was the one who littered.
Rubbish belongs to a rubbish bin.
Why? Why? I'm getting whipped again for no reason.
Okay, this is a cactus. What's the matter?
I pricked myself with one of these cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what do you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if we were hit on the head with one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case.
Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting in front of this window is completely related.
Its needles are dangerous. I'm curious how that's gonna be related. Oh, well, then I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related.
Ants. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size.
Well, if you want them to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you better off work extra hard like these ants.
The same goes for you, Franziska.
These ants were on the pile over there. I'm curious what's that gonna be. I think we're gonna have to save here and see what's up with that. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together. Pink a piece trash and vending machine? Could these be connected? God damn it. I'm gonna reload. Okay. We're gonna try that again. Maybe they are connected. we're just not seeing it right now. This is annoying, to be honest. Aw. The problem is, I don't see anything they're related to each other, no? Maybe I'm not seeing things correctly. Maybe we'll just keep trying. Huh. What's this? Oh, I forgot we can look around downwards. Oh! Oh, what the fuck? I did not notice that. There's dirt on this bench. It smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse for shame.
Hold it!
Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints off the person who could sully this bench.
I see, then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
You there, this lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir! I got a result of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And what do we know who they belong to? Sir, the figure it's belonged to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer.
Dark smudge emits the scent of sweet sugar. Interesting. Gumshoe's. And there you have it.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench.
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways.
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Ooh, that detective. He claims not a single ant slipped by him. And yet here he is. Here is a whole hill of them.
Whoosh. Gugh, not again. What the hell are you hitting me for?
As replacement for that pathetic detective.
Gugh. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and sweet smell, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Ooh, Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth. The courthouse be kept pristine at all times.
Whoosh. Gah. It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground.
The courthouse must be kept clean.
Gah, help me.
At all times, okay?
Ants are pointing out the whole of this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants.
Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought.
I'm very sorry.
My god, Edgeworth is getting whipped all over and over. It's crazy. Okay. Notice anything? This pretty spacious hallways, but nothing compared to the ones at home.
Indeed, but because the house itself is a bit too spacious.
However, even with this much space, there's nowhere for that scrub face to hide. Well, other than the crime scene just beyond these doors.
Franziska, I believe it's much too early to draw any conclusions. It was already proven that Detective Gumshoe was in this hallway the entire time. Now all we need to do is gather more info. To do that, I'll just have to examine everything I see here by myself.
We've gathered so much information, but they feel like just random fragments to me. I wonder what really happened here.
Random fragments. No matter how unrelated they may seem at first, they might actually fit together somehow.
I grow tired of your inner monologue. Just say something. Whoops! God damn it! Ugh.
I'm going to end up like these pieces before I can whip the logic to the air, thanks to that stupid whip.
How many times are you gonna get whipped, Edgeworth? For fuck's sakes. I'm not okay. I just keep getting whipped by fucking... Oh my god. God. Stupid Juan Karma. Leave me alone. I'm not a masochist. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Swiss roll crumbs. And vending machine. Surely they're connected. There we go.
These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that?
It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there.
The vending machine? Huh, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do to the end with these. For two for $6. Talk about expensive.
Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I see. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench and ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor, then sullied the bench.
I see. How can he not clean up after himself? How utterly despicable.
And don't you dare whip me again. Please. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, and that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
Take another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order.
The problem is, didn't he had only $5? I don't think any of these two are going to be related whatsoever, but this is a very interesting turn of events. We gotta talk to Gumshoe now. Oh, we can't. Fuck. Miles Edgeworth, the contradiction you were talking about. I demand you show it to me at once.
If Detective Gumshoe really did buy a pack of Swiss rolls for himself, the fact creates a contradiction for what I know about this case. Are you telling me that you haven't figured it out yourself, Franziska?
Of course I figured it out. But I thought I'd just let you have the glory just this once.
She really doesn't like to lose, does she?
I think we have to connect things together. Maybe the pink trash? And the window kill? Oh, they are connected.
This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a pop balloon.
A balloon? I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes? How did a balloon get here?
This is annoying.
What else am I missing, though? Okay, are we gonna have to, like, go to the Swiss roll? It connects with the other Swiss roll.
Eureka! There is clearly a contradiction here.
Do you think so?
I think there is one. I think there should be one.
Do not anger me with such a foolish game of semantics, Miles. Gah!
I better look them out more carefully this time.
Okay, I think it's because of they cost $6 and he had $5 on me. On him. Yeah, the bonus envelope, I think.
Eureka! About Detective Gumshoe's finances. He said that until this morning, he didn't even have a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy?
He can only afford ramen noodles with salt for some reason. And his bonus salary was only $5. Then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, the facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. That detective should have not been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how.
How did he get the extra $1 then?
HP restored. I believe now we have a firm grasp of what happened.
Well, I do too.
Alright, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you come to?
Well, why should I? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking if you see your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Well, almost. Very well, but first we need to pay his honor a visit to his correct this testimony. Wait, we're gonna talk to the judge? Okay, this is an interesting turn of events.